Are you planning a trip to Berlin and wondering how to find your way around the city, find the best food, or learn more about the city's history? There are tons of apps developed specifically for Berlin. Today I'm going to show you the best ones, divided into 4 categories. You can't see it anymore, but right here behind the Brandenburg Gate is where the Berlin Wall once stood. The border that separated West Berlin from the GDR and East Germany from 1961 to 1989. Today, these cobblestones show where it was, but with the Mauer app you can relive it virtually.
A map of divided Berlin shows you where the wall ran and your current position. If you're standing at the former border strip, the app shows you a digital reconstruction of the Berlin Wall. Augmented reality allows you to see it exactly where it used to be. I can really imagine how this massive, oppressive fortification once shaped the cityscape. Although the AR wall can be a little bit buggy. If you want to delve even deeper into the city's history, you should try the Berlin History app. An interactive map allows you to access text, images, videos and audio files about well-known and lesser-known places. You can also filter by topic, for example, the history of the Berlin club scene or Berlin's queer history. The app is extremely comprehensive. However, the wealth of information and features can be overwhelming at times.
And if you want to head out to experience Berlin's history firsthand, then of course you will need to know your way around. One of the most important questions when visiting a big city is surely, what's the best way to get from A to B? Berlin's public transport network is huge, and there are plenty of sharing services and of course, lots of apps. But which one to use?
Among the many navigation apps such as DB Navigator and BVG Fahrinfo, the Jelbi app from the Berlin Transport Authority is particularly useful. It bundles together all of Berlin's public transport and sharing services. From cars and bicycles to e-scooters, e-mopeds and cabs. You can buy tickets and rent vehicles with a single account. There's no need to register with each provider individually. When you plan your route, not only does the app show you the fastest connection and the cost for each type of transport, but it also suggests combinations, like using a train and a rental bike. Although the route planning is reliable, it's not always intuitive. If you type in Alexanderplatz as a destination, it shows you 30 places to choose from. These are just different entries and stops around Alexanderplatz. Shared vehicles are available to rent and park almost anywhere in the city. Special Jelbi stations at many S and U-Bahn stations also serve as collection points to start or end your journey. Unfortunately, if you want to rent a car, Jelbi currently only accepts driver's licenses from these countries.
But you probably already have a navigation app on your phone, Google or Apple Maps. All public transport connections are also displayed there, but you can't buy tickets. You would probably also use Google or Apple Maps to find restaurants in Berlin. But there's something better for that.
Berlin is a real paradise for foodies with lots of international cuisine to choose from. With thousands of restaurants and new ones opening all the time, using the Berlin Food Restaurant Finder app will help you make the right choice. The 1,000 or so restaurants, bars, cafes and shops on this app have been carefully selected by the city's magazine Tipp Berlin. This gives you curated recommendations instead of having to wade through countless, sometimes unreliable reviews on platforms such as Google Maps. Discover new favorites via map view or search by neighborhood, current location, cuisine, budget or by dietary preference to find vegan options, for example. There are also guides and articles, however, these appear infrequently and the last update was a while ago. Nevertheless, the app is still worth recommending. I'm in Oranienstraße in Kreuzberg and came across this Thai restaurant via the app. Berlin has no shortage of places to get Thai food, but apparently this one specializes in unique rice noodle soups.
The food was fantastic. Such a good recommendation. And last but not least, there's one other app I want to show you.
It's perhaps the most important app of all, at least when you really need it. If you're traveling around Berlin all day, you might find yourself searching for a restroom. The Berlin app Easy Peasy allows you to get to the nearest public toilet. You can also set filters to find those with barrier-free entry or baby changing stations. There aren't many more features, but that's a good thing. If you're really in a hurry, the app can definitely save the day. Especially since Berlin is not known for having lots of public toilets.
I hope some of these apps can make it easier and more fun for you exploring Berlin. Which apps do you use when traveling? Feel free to share your tips. And now, have fun discovering.